as we speak, all of those MLAs from JMM Congress who were shifted from Ranchi to Hyderabad are now back from Hyderabad to Ranchi. Let's get you those pictures as they are now making their way to the Jharkhand Assembly today. The floor test that will be conducted. Hemant Soren, interestingly, has also reached. He has been allowed to participate in today's proceedings. We have Priyank joining us live right now. Priyank, over to you. Pictures coming in live as we speak. A lot of drama, of course. Hemant Soren there. This is a new version of him, unlike what we had witnessed on the day when he had been placed under arrest.
Yes, Sati, Amita, we can also play the sequence of all those MLAs coming down from the bus. It's very dramatic because the MLAs were saying initially that Hemant Soren is Zindabad. When I asked them that what about Champai Soren, they said Champai Soren bhi Zindabad. So Champai Soren getting the stature of the bhi, an additional hand of Hemant Soren is quite clearly showing that they will be voting in favor of Hemant Soren himself. On the other side, if you see Basant Soren, who came in the last sequence, we can play if PCI team can, cue out that particular sequence of Basant Soren. He said that neither I was angry earlier, not I'm angry right now, and we will be showing our majority in the floor test, which is expected to happen at 1:30 a.m. today.
And also, Priyanka, as far as those MLAs that are concerned, are they confident enough that all of them are on the same side, on the same page?
No one knows what is exactly in the mind of these politicians, because politics is all about, opportunity. And the manner in which these MLAs were taken from Ranchi was quite clearly showing, Amita, that it was, quite clear that these MLAs were vulnerable. And a very interesting visual when Basant Soren, the brother of Hemant Soren, made it show that all the MLAs get down from the bus, and he was the last person to come out of the bus. The media persons are here. The ED official's vehicle is also stationed here, because as soon as the floor test will happen around 1:30, I beg your pardon, at 11:30, these MLAs will be the MLAs will be going back, or the main portion is Hemant Soren being taken away by the enforcement directorate. So the body language of Hemant Soren was very important, because I, in my career, have never seen him so much rattled. I've never seen him so much angry that he will misbehave with, at least with media. He threw away our mic when I was trying to ask him question. He was like, what is this?
And what a difference, Priyank, because on the day when he was placed under arrest, he was showing victory sign, he was all smiles, and when he went to meet the governor, then he was making a very poetic post that he did on social media, says that he will never agree for a compromise. What happened today? That's not Hemant Soren, Amita, because Hemant Soren has been considered as the most decent person in the Soren family. He is considered to be a person who's very chivalrous, and the manner in which he meets and greets people has always been, portraying his image as a very chivalrous person. But what has happened right now, that a former chief minister being arrested and being brought to his own Vidhan Sabha, where he's member of the Legislative Assembly, and he was a former chief minister, being portrayed as the main accused in this whole conspiracy, is something which was not digestible for Hemant Soren. That's why when Hemant Soren came here, I was standing right here, and when we moved towards the gate, the left window of this particular vehicle, the Indian government's vehicle from the Ministry of Finance, which is being used by the Enforcement Directorate, Hemant Soren was so rattled that he threw away our mic. But later on, let's focus on the number game, because Basant Soren was there inside the bus. He was the one who was made in charge of taking these MLAs from here to Telangana. He was there in the flight, and while he came down, he made it sure that all the MLAs get down from the bus, and he was greeting all these MLAs and assuring them that we have to win. And this is what the message which was given by Basant Soren, the brother of Hemant Soren, and the son of Shibu Soren, the biggest and the stalwart leader of the Jharkhand politics, who is a tribal leader. But at this moment, it's just a matter of few minutes when the floor test will happen inside the Vidhan Sabha. We will try to, get those pictures for our viewers as well. But at this moment, what we can see, that Hemant Soren was rattled, and his brother, who was made in charge of taking these MLAs from here to Telangana and bringing them back to the assembly. But Priyank, there has also been a very obvious rift within the JMM. However, Basant Soren want to come out and say that everything is fine within the family and within the party as well. The bus that came in, jo bus aa rahi thi na, I just noted on that bus, it was written that Jharkhand Sarkar Sankat Mochan. Now, is this a Sankat which they believe that they will end today once and for all, if for the remainder term that Champai Soren will continue to remain as the chief minister?
You have rightly pointed it out, Amita, because if you look at the slogans and those wordings which are written on bus, when these MLAs were taken from here, the bus had mentioning of Sabka Malik Ek hai, that God Almighty is the one and they have to.
मैं आप सभी से अनुरोध करता हूं कि जब माननीय राज्यपाल महोदय सदन में उपस्थित हों तो आप सभी अपने सीट पर विराजमान रहकर अभिभाषण को शालीनता से सुनेंगे तथा पूरे अभिभाषण के दौरान सदन में व्यवस्था बनाए रखेंगे। कोई सदस्य इस दौरान न तो सभा से बाहर जाएंगे तथा न ही अंदर प्रवेश करेंगे। अब मैं माननीय राज्यपाल महोदय की अगवानी के लिए थोड़ी देर के लिए सदन से बाहर जा रहा हूं। मेरी अनुपस्थिति में उनकी अगवानी से आगमन तथा अभिभाषण के बाद उनकी विदाई के लिए मेरे सदन के बाहर रहने की अवधि में भी आप सदन में अपने स्थान पर बैठे रहकर व्यवस्था बनाए रखने की कृपा करेंगे।
That has been made by the speaker there to maintain even when it comes to the decorum of the house. In the meantime, that the governor may come, but as we are looking at the proceedings, 11:30 is the time, I beg your pardon, that has been given for today's floor test to be conducted. And all of those MLAs who had now returned from Hyderabad to Ranchi are now there in the assembly, also including the former Chief Minister Hemant Soren, who has been given permission to attend today's assembly session, the special session that has been called for this floor test, because this will now be the bigger challenge now for Champai Soren, who is the newly sworn in Chief Minister of Jharkhand, and for the remainder of the term that is now there for Jharkhand Mukti Morcha and the allies to continue with their governance in the state of Jharkhand. On paper, however, it is the full strength with Champai Soren, but this is politics that we talk about, and this is something as the interesting twists and turns that continue to take place, because the BJP there has been raising questions as to they're having no faith in their own leaders, in their own MLAs, and what was the possible reason to have shifted them to resorts there in Hyderabad, in Telangana. But now, when it comes to the combine of JMM and Congress MLAs have now returned to Ranchi amid the fears of horse trading, of poaching. Today, they will be voting today, but the Speaker has now resumed the House and the floor test is likely to happen next. Priyank continues to be with us. Priyank, we're getting the live proceedings from the Jharkhand Assembly as we speak, and in a short while from now, I believe 11:30 is the time when the floor test will be conducted. Priyank? Just connecting that line with Priyank, but this is the crucial floor test in the State Assembly of Jharkhand that will be taking place. Also coming at a time after the arrest of former Chief Minister Hemant Soren by the Enforcement Directorate in the money laundering case. And dramatic pictures also came in from Hemant Soren this morning. Priyank was explaining that to us exactly when it comes to the behavior of Hemant Soren this morning, very different from the day when he was placed under arrest. Priyank, live proceedings of the Jharkhand Assembly taking place.
Yes, certainly, Amita, the session has begun. The Speaker has certainly addressed the House. Now there will be, the speech which is expected to happen from the Governor's side is also important thing which will be highlighted today. But so far what has happened, let's summarize it for our viewers, because once these MLAs were taken to Telangana, there was speculation that the MLAs will not vote in favor of the government because they were shown vulnerable within the party and within the coalition. That's why the MLAs were taken there. When these MLAs came back around 8:30 last evening, they were straight away taken to the circuit house where one of the cabinet minister was the one who received them at the airport, and then the MLAs were straight away taken to the circuit house where they met Champai Soren, the new sworn-in Chief Minister of the state of Jharkhand. Today was a very important day because when the MLAs started coming here, few of them came personally and few of the MLAs came inside the state transport bus who were ferried by the brother of Hemant Soren, who is Basan Soren. So the cloud and the dominance of the Soren family amidst these MLAs were to quite clear clearly seen when Basant Soren himself was present inside the bus, and who was the one who took these MLAs to there. So that was the pressure tactics, on these MLAs, so that they should never think about going away from the Soren family, because if Shibu Soren comes out and does give a speech against these MLAs, certainly life will be very, troublesome for these MLAs. That's what these MLAs were avoiding. If you look at the pictures itself, Hemant Soren was rattled. Let's keep it aside. But looking at the number dynamics, certainly Basant Soren making sure that these MLAs should go and cast their vote in favor of the JMM coalition was very important thing. He kept on looking at the faces of these MLAs. He kept on smiling, but that was a sarcastic kind of smile which was made by Basant Soren. And when he got down, he said that we will get full majority, and I was never angry with Champai Soren becoming the Chief Minister of the state of Jharkhand. Idly, Basant Soren, politics, as we know, everyone has their high ambitions and hope. Since his brother stepped down from the Chief Minister's post, he must be, hoping that he will get the post of the Chief Minister of the state, but he did not get it. So he, being the second in command of his father, being an elder son of, Shibu Soren, was trying to make it sure that all these MLAs will actually vote in the favor of their coalition partner, which was quite clearly seen. But the man in the Hemant Soren behaved and misbehaved today, at least the Times now, was quite clearly showing that he was rattled. The moment he saw a mic, he knew that we have been highlighting the kind of, wrongdoings which has come up during the course of documented fact, which has been presented by the Enforcement Directorate.
But Priyank, can you also confirm what about those three JMM MLAs as well who had earlier had said and had not gone to Hyderabad? Are they also present today in the assembly?